Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter exponents and square roots, and the lessons we're going to cover today are solve equations using variable exponents, exponents with negative bases, exponents with decimal and fractional bases, and understanding negative exponents, right? So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So let's just start with the lesson, that is solve equations with variable exponents. Here I'm on grade 7 math. The lesson we're going to start with is solve equations with variable exponents. Okay, the first one is solve for W, that is 4W equals 16, right? 4 exponent W equals 16. Basically, you need to write down this 16 in the exponent form, right? So how do you write 16 in the exponent form? You can write 16 as 4 times 4, right? And you can write it as 4 square. You can see their bases are equal. When the bases are equal, their exponents are also equal. That means W equals 2. Got it? So the variable W equals 2, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, solve for Q. 3 exponent Q equals 27. Okay, so you need to write down the 27 in the exponent form, right? One important thing here is the base 3, right? You need to write down this 27. The base must be 3, right? So 3 times 3 equals 9, and 9 times 3 is 27, right? That would be 3 exponent Q equals, you can write this as 3 exponent 3, right? So their bases are equal, that means their exponent is also equal. That would be Q equals 3. The correct option is Q equals 3, right? The correct option is Q equals 3. The next one is solve for R. So how do you solve? You have 5 exponent R equals 25. Okay, so you can write 25 in the exponent form. How do you write? You can write it as 5 times 5, right? Then you can write 5 times 5 as 5 square. You can see their bases are equal, right? That means their exponent is also equal. So that would be the correct option is 2. Got it? Okay, solve for y. So how do we solve? You have 2y equals 8. Let's just write down 8 as a multiples of 2, right? That would be 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8, right? So you can write this as 2 exponent 3. So their bases are same. That means their exponent is also same. That would be y equals 3. The correct option is y equals 3, right? 3 is the correct option. Solve for y. 8 exponent y equals 64. So which is the correct option? So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is y equals 2, right? Because 8 times 8 is 64. So the correct option is 2. The next one is solve for w. So which is the correct option? 6 exponent w equals 36. So which is the correct option? You can write 36 as 6 times 6, right? So that means the correct option is 2. Got it? The correct option is 2. Okay, solve for r, which is the correct option. 9 exponent r equals 81. So, which is the correct option? You can write 81 as 9 times 9, right? That means r equals, yes, it is 2. The correct option is 2. Got it? Okay. You can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is Exponents with negative bases, right? Okay, so let's just start with the next lesson, that is exponent with negative basis. How do we evaluate the exponents with the negative basis? So the first one is example is evaluate negative 1 exponent 3, right? You can see you have negative 1 is inside the bracket, right? That means 3 is the exponent of 1 and the negative sign as well. You need to do negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1, right? So basically, you need to see the exponent. The exponent is 3. That is the odd number. Odd, even. Odd number it is, right? If you are, if the given exponent is odd, the answer must have a negative sign, right? Answer must be negative. If the exponent is even, then answer must have, the answer must be positive in the case, right? Basically, when you have to evaluate the negative exponents, you have to look for their exponent. If their exponent is odd, the answer must have a negative sign. If their exponent is even, the answer must be positive. You can see the examples here. 2 is an even number, answer is positive. 3 is odd, answer is negative. 4 is even, the answer is positive. 5 is odd, the answer must have a negative sign, right? So the important thing here is if the exponent is odd, answer must be negative, and if the exponent is even, the answer must be positive. Okay, negative 2 exponent 2, right? You first just look at the exponent. 2 is an even number, right? 2 is an even number, so answer must be I think you can hear me now. So let me explain the same example again. Basically, you are given negative and 3 square. That is exactly the same example I just finished, right? So let's just do this one. You have negative and 3 square. You are with the bracket here, right? That means you just have to write negative sign like this, and you have to evaluate 2 is 3 only, right? So you need to do 3 times 3 and keep the negative sign as it is. So the correct option is negative 9 it is, right? The correct option is negative 9. Okay, for the next one, you have to do on your notebook and let me know the answer. The next one is negative 4 cube. So, which is the correct option? Yes, the exponent is an odd number. So, answer must have a negative sign, and you have to evaluate 4 times 4 times 4. That is 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. So, the correct option is 64 it is, right? The correct option is negative 64. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is evaluate negative 2 cubes. So, which is the correct option? Yes, here you don't have bracket here, right? That means you simply have to keep negative sign as it is. You simply need to evaluate 2 exponent 3. So 2 exponent 3 equals 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So that would be negative 8, right? The correct option is option number 1. That is negative 8, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is the next one is exponents with decimal and fractional basis, right? We have done with the positive exponents and negative exponents. Now we're going to learn how do we evaluate the exponents that are with decimal and fractional basis, right? So let's just start with the lesson that is exponents with decimal and fractional basis. Okay, evaluate. Write your answer as a fraction or whole number, right? So you are given 1 by 4 square, right? Basically, the 2 is the exponent of both the numerator and the denominator, right? You have to like you can do 1 by 4 times 1 by 4, right? Because this is the exponent for both numerator and denominator. Consider 1 by 4 as single term, right? So you have to calculate the its square. You can do 1 by 4 times 1 by 4. Multiply the numerator times numerator, that would be 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 4 is 16, right? So whatever exponent you are given or whatever fraction you are given, you need to multiply the fraction, the whole fraction, the exponent times, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, evaluate zero point 0.2 exponent 4, right? So you have to do zero point 0.4 exponent. Consider this single term, right? You don't need to consider that is actually a single term. The exponent is 4. You need to multiply it 4 times, zero point 0.2 times, zero point 0.2 times, zero point 0.2 times, zero point 0.2. So which is the correct option? Yes, you have 1 to 4 one decimal place each number, right? 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. The answer must have 4 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4.0. That is 0.0016. Very good. The correct option is 0.0016. Got it? Okay, the next one is evaluate zero point 0.1 exponent 3, which is the correct option, option 1 or option 2. Very good. The answer must have 3 decimal places, so the correct option is option number 2. That would be 0.001 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is evaluate 1 over 3 exponent 2. So which is the correct option? You have to do 1 by 3 times 1 by 3. Numerator time numerator and denominator time denominator. So the correct option is, yes, that is 1 over 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. Evaluate 1 over 2 exponent 3, which is the correct option. Very good. The correct option is 1 over 8. It is option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is zero point 0.3 exponent 4, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 0.0081. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is evaluate 2 over 3 exponent 2, which is the correct option. Yes, the correct option is 4 over 9. Basically, the basic thing you need to understand here is 2 is the exponent for both numerator and denominator, right? You need to apply it on both numerator and denominator, right? Okay, the next one is evaluate zero point 0.2 exponent 3. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that would be 0.008. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is understanding negative exponents, right? Let's just start with the lesson that is understanding negative exponents, right? Which is equal to 2 exponent negative 6. Basically, we're going to learn how do we evaluate the negative exponents, right? Okay, when you see a base with a negative exponent, turn into a fraction with a numerator of 1 and a positive exponent in the denominator. Basically, you can make the exponent positive, like you are given a exponent negative n, right? For example, you are given a exponent negative n. Okay, you are given here. You can make this exponent positive by writing it in denominator, right? 1 over a exponent n. Also, you can do the opposite way. Like you are given 1 over an, you need to write it without fractional form. You can write a exponent negative n. So they both are exactly same. You can make the exponent positive by writing it in denominator, right? You are given 2 exponent negative 6. So just write it 1 over 2 exponent because you have written it in denominator. That would be now positive, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, which is equal to 1 over 9 exponent 9. You can see the exponent positive. You have to see which is equal to 1 over 9 exponent 9. So when you write it from the denominator to a normal, it would be then 9 exponent negative 9, right? You are writing a fraction, a negative exponent from numerator to denominator, that would be positive, right? And when you're writing a number from denominator to numerator, that would be negative. So 9 exponent negative 9 is the correct option, right? The next one is which is equal to 4 exponent negative 4, which is the correct option, option 1 or option 2? Yes, that would be the second option, 1 exponent 4, because you need to make the exponent positive. So you can write it down in the denominator. So that would be 1 over 4 exponent 4. The second option is the correct one. Very good. Okay, which is equal to exponent negative 7, which is the correct option? Yes, option number 1 is the correct option. You can make the exponent positive by writing it in denominator. So that would be 1 over 2 exponent 7, right? Okay, which is equal to 8 exponent negative 6, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Yes, it is option number 1 is the correct option. You can make the exponent positive, right? Okay, the next one is which is equal to 1 over 9 exponent 8. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? That is option number 2, right? If you write it in the denominator, that would be then numerator, that would be the 9 exponent negative 8 is the correct option. The next one is which is equal to 9 exponent negative 5. You can write it as the second one, 1 over 9 exponent 5 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is which is equal to 4 exponent negative 4, which is the correct option? Yes, the second option is the correct one. It will be 1 over 4 exponent 4 is the correct option. Okay, which is equal to 8 exponent negative 2, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 it is. You can write 1 over 8 exponent. 2 option 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, which is equal to 2 exponent negative 6, which is the correct option? Option number? Yes, 2 is the correct option. Very good. Which is equal to 7 exponent negative 5, which is the correct option? You can make the exponent 5 positive by writing it in denominator, right? The correct option is option number 1. Which is equal to 1 over 2 exponent 2, which is the correct option? Yes, that is option number 2. Very good. which is equal to 1 over 8 exponent 9, which is the correct option. Very good. Option number 1 is the correct option. Arpita, you are doing great. Very good. Okay, we are done with the lesson. So we were working on grade 7 math. The chapter we were working on is exponents and square roots, and the lessons we have covered today are solve equations with variable exponents, exponents with negative bases, exponents with decimals and fractional bases, and understanding negative exponents, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can just write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So if you have any questions, you can please ask. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.